And now, 6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter.
Week 3 of the high school football season is in the books, and we basically had a full slate of conference matchups for the first time this season. Thanks for tuning in. Tyler Driesinga has the night off. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Desharie McBroom. Mason has won the CAAC Red 6 years in a row. 5 of them have been outright conference titles. And tonight the Bulldogs had a chance to get in the driver's seat of the conference. That is, unless Williamston had something to say about it in our big game of the week, as the battlefield is set for our big game in the CAAC Red. Third quarter, Williamston's Caleb Nielsen going to drop back to pass. Can't find a man, so he's going to scramble around. Eston Thornborn is waving his hands wide open. He is finally thrown to, and he's open for the touchdown. Williamston leads 21-0. Fourth quarter, Nielsen drops back again as that offensive line gives him time, and he launches it deep to Thomas Pratt, who catches it in stride for the 62-yard touchdown as Williamston goes up 28-0. Later in the game, Mason's Garrett Koo drops back but can't make anything happen as Henry Paluzolo gets the sack. Williamston gets the 28-0 win over Mason for their first win over the Bulldogs since 2018.
Big boy, you know what I mean? Had to beat a big boy. We won 2 games, and we had to see, are we for real? We had to show ourselves we're for real. We thought we were, but you have to do it against somebody, so that gives us a step up in the red.
I mean, to come in here and put 28 points up on the board and let them score 0, that's just an unreal feeling. I mean, we've been thinking about this game since the end of last year, man.
I'm so excited, you know, and I think we're only going to go up from here, you know. Putting a 0 on that good of a team, big shout out to Coach Kirsten and our defense, you know, great game plan, like I said earlier, and we just came out in here and we had to execute.
Well, the Hornets weren't the only ones in the CAAC Red with hopes of improving to 3-0 tonight. St. John's traveled to Fowlerville for a battle of unbeatens. The St. John's students traveled well and saw a game that was tied at 13 at the break. So in the third quarter, after the Red Wings forced a punt, sophomore Lucas McCassell runs in the short yardage TD to give St. John's the lead. The Gladiators did not wait long, though, to respond. On the second play after the kickoff, Sam Schrader spots a wide open Cody Cruz in the middle of the field, and Cruz is off to the races. It's a 74-yard touchdown by Fowlerville to tie the game at 20 in the third quarter. However, the Red Wings would say, I see you and I raise you. Second play after the kickoff, Cody Karn breaks through the second level and will not be denied. It's a 65-yard TD, and it would end up being the game winner. St. John's wins a thriller 27-26 and improves to 3-0. Last CAAC Red matchup of the night saw Hazlitt taking on Lansing Eastern. This was the first home game of the season for the Vikings, and the students were fired up. On Hazlitt's first drive of the game, quarterback Charlie Dutcher throws it short to Corey Amakri, and the Kansas commit is loose down the sidelines as he gets into the red zone. Few plays later, Corey with a K scores with ease to put the Vikings on the board. The other half of Hazlitt's running back duo is Cornelius Malone, and on Hazlitt's next offensive drive, he weaves his way through the defense, is going to get down inside the 5-yard line. Knuckles doing his part, and Sonic would finish the job. Amakri with the catch. He gets into the end zone for 6. Hazlitt rolls to a 49-8 win tonight over Lansing Eastern. Well, another big game we had tonight was a battle of unbeatens in the CAAC White.
Yeah, Portland traveled to Olivet, and for more on that matchup, we bring in our Kara Adams.
Yeah, guys, Portland has not lost a conference game since 2021, and they were hoping to keep that streak going tonight. And Olivet, they were seeking its first win over the Raiders since 1999. Both teams were 2-0 heading into tonight's conference matchup, and by the time we got there, well, Portland was up 28-0 to start the second half. So we pick up right here in the third quarter. Portland QB Ethan Castle certainly fooled me with that handoff, but it's Caden Dickerson who found the gap and scored his third touchdown of the night, giving the Raiders the 35-0 lead. Olivet, they needed something here to get some momentum back, and they do. They get the stop on third down, forces the Raiders to punt, and they get the ball back. And they've got a nice little drive going here. Quarterback Reese Critchlow completes the nice little slant pass to Caleb Waffle. And the Eagles get into red zone territory, but time runs out, and the Raiders take home the 35-0 road win. And while the offense took care of business tonight for Portland, head coach John Navarro was also pretty pleased with his team's shutout.
I think we've got like 5 pick sixes on the season, so our defense is playing great. It pitched a shutout tonight. We still got a lot of stuff to clean up, but I'm happy with the boys. We got a lot of kids that are sick right now, and they battled through it and played hard tonight.
It's just our preparation every week. We just work as hard as we can. Second team gives us great looks, that's why.
Where in the CAAC White, Lansing Catholic welcomed in Lansing Sexton. Both teams were looking for their first win of the season tonight. In the first quarter, the J-Dubs were on offense. However, a high snap results in some chaos. Lansing Catholic gets the sack. The ball pops free, and it's picked up by Jace Campbell for the scoop and score. So how would Sexton respond? Zion Mathis gonna drop back and airs it out deep downfield. He connects with Willie Brown, who makes an incredible catch. He breaks away from the defenders and reaches the end zone for a 63-yard touchdown to tie the game in the first quarter.
Look at that celebration.
Sexton led by 4 at halftime, and in the third quarter, the Mathis to Brown connection continues. Willie Brown hauls in the touchdown catch in the end zone. The J-Dubs had it going in the second half and take down Lansing Catholic 40-24 to give Willie Dillard his first win as a head coach.
We need to take our first break of the night, and when we come back, we'll check on the teams in the CAAC Blue, which includes East Lansing's matchup at Grand Ledge. Plus, we'll head to Jackson to see how Lumen Christi did at home tonight against Grand Rapids Catholic Central. That's all next on the Dean Trailways Fifth Quarter. Welcome back. East Lansing has gotten the best of Grand Ledge the past 2 years, but it was a different story tonight. And it was homecoming night at Grand Ledge, and it was a packed house as we get right into the first quarter here. The Trojans got on the board first. BJ Artister finds Navion Yarbrough, and he takes it to the house, giving the Trojans the 6-0 lead. Grand Ledge looking to even things up, but that pass is incomplete. And they decide to go for the field goal. Ashton Costello sinks it, and he makes it 7-3. But the Comets won't stop their comeback from here. Nick Terranova with a pass right on the money to Junior Coleman Van Vossen, who gives Grand Ledge the lead with that touchdown. And once again, it's Terranova again. He finds Brady Williams, who completes the pass, and he gets the touchdown, and the Comets led 17-7 at the end of the first quarter. They went on to win it 45-27, handing East Lansing their third loss of the season and marking the first time since 2014 the Trojans have started the season 0-3.
Thank you, Kara. Over to DeWitt, where the Panthers student section was roaring for their matchup with Waverly tonight. Late in the second quarter, Waverly with the ball. Panther defense gets to the quarterback, forces the fumble. DeWitt's Justin Barkman jumps on it to set up the offense. And it's going to be quarterback Trav Moore taking the snap, throwing it to the sophomore Channon Ridley with the catch and the extension to get in for the touchdown. DeWitt led 42-0 at half. And in the third quarter, the Panthers going to go with a little misdirection. Moore hands it off to Caden Martin Seymour, who runs in the easy TD. DeWitt rolls to a 55-0 win tonight over Waverly.
Lansing Everett on the road, taking on Okemos, and the Wolves came out on fire. First quarter, Okemos' Blake Berg drops back. He's going to throw it deep to Xavier Ford as they connect for the 50-yard touchdown. Okemos goes up 7-0. In their very next possession, Okemos gives it off to Marshawn Hallems, who scores on a 3-yard touchdown. Okemos up 13-0. But Everett wasn't going away. Direct snap to Javari Funches, who bounces outside, lays down a pair of stiff arms for the 15-yard touchdown to cut the deficit to 7. Second quarter, the Vikings give it right back to Funches, and he's in the end zone for his second TD as Lansing Everett gets the 20-13 comeback win. Now, last week, Jackson Lumen Christi, who was last year's Division VI state champion, took down the reigning Division V state champion, Pontiac Notre Dame Prep, 54-34.
Yeah, and tonight the Titans had another big non-conference matchup. This time it was Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who won the D5 state title 2 seasons ago. So Lumen Christi does not mess around with their non-conference slate, that's for sure. CC quarterback Odin Spencer had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, including this 19-yard run rolling to his right and slicing through the defense. CC led 21-0 in the first quarter. Then on the second play of the second quarter, Lumen Christi would finally get on the board. Running back Paul Sattler takes the snap, tosses it to quarterback Benny Gaston, and he finds Wes Learn for that touchdown to get Lumen on the board. The Titans would keep fighting back on a 6-yard pass from Gaston. It's Sean Walecki making this a 21-14 game heading into the break. Same score in the fourth quarter now. The Cougars would put this one away with a 26-yard run by Spencer. Grand Rapids Catholic Central takes down Lumen Christi tonight, 28-14.
Well, moving back up north to Bath High School, the Fighting Bees hosted Palama Westphalia Pirates in a CMAC showdown. And right here on the first punt of the game, Pirates junior Caleb Blythe catches the ball, uses his speed, gets around some defenders, and he takes it all the way downtown for 6. They were pretty fired up with that one down there. So what a way to set the tone for that game. Bath with the ball here on third down, and Jack Kogenschneich, he launches it for his man, but it's picked off by Ty Thelen, who gets up for that one. And with a couple of blocks from his teammates, a little help from them, he takes it in for the pick 6. And then into the second quarter here on the goal line, Ty Thelen extends the play and finds his big man Caleb Blythe open, and he connects to them to extend their lead 21-0 into the second quarter. Palama Westphalia goes on to rout Bath 55-0.
Wow, a lot of teams pitching shutouts today. That's
definitely
for sure
tonight.
in week 3. So that's going to be it for week 3. It's time for our final break of the night. When we return, it was Hall of Fame night at Michigan State.
Yeah, that's right. 6 new members were inducted into the MSU